Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So once again, go for the consumer section and the receive payment, right? Click on the receive payment. Select a particular customer that we want to receive money from him. For example, let's just say this time we want to receive from Umid Jan, right? So there are several bills from Umid, but we want to select one of the bill. Bill, for example, number 3. How much is the balance of bill? Bill is amount of 2 lakh we have to receive from him. Let us say we want to receive less than this one, or Umaid is not ready to pay the whole amount of 2 lakh. He want to pay less than amount of 2 lakh. If you type less than this, for example, you can type 1,90,000. Right now, do we have any comment here? No. We need to press in the next section so you can find out 2 comments here. This amount of 10,000 which we did not receive yet, or which we have not entered here, right? It was 2 lakh, but we have entered amount of 1,90,000. So this is called underpayment. So the QuickBook asks you that how you can manage this amount of underpayment. There are 2 options. Leave this one as underpayments. If you click on this option, leave as underpayments, this amount will remain on Ahmad Umaid, and he has to pay in the next time. Let us say this time you want to go in this option, right? Leave this as underpayment. If you select this one, so the amount will be available in this column itself, right? So amount of 10,000 will be available. Then select this one, save and new. Again, you have to if you select Mr. Umid John, so select the bill number 3, balance is equal to amount of how much? Amount of 10,000. Again, if you select, for example, this one, if you select 10,000, it is fine. If you mention less than that, for example, again, you mention 8,000, click on next. Again, you can find out this 2 options, right? But this time, how much underpayment we have? We have underpayment of 2,000, right? So this amount of 2,000 underpayment, again, how can you manage it? Leave this one as underpayment. If you select this one as underpayment, again, this amount of 2,000 will be available here, and the next time you have to receive. Let us say, for example, again, we want to receive this amount. Again, if you select Umejon, bill number 2, bill number 3, how much balance is available? 2,000 balance is available, right? Let us leave this one. This time, go for the bill number 29. And how much is the amount? Amount is 20,000, right? Let us say this time this man is paying amount of 90,000. But again, QuickBook gave her under payment of 1,000. This time we want to manage this one in different way. For example, we want to go for this option, write off the extra amount. What is the purpose of this one? If you select the write off the extra amount, it means this amount of 1,000 which he did not pay will not be recovered in the future. Will not be recovered in the future. If you select this one, this amount will remain. 1,000 will remain for the future. Again, he has to receive like the previous one. But if you say, for example, write off the extra amount, it means this amount is not going to be received again from Mr. Umaid, maybe because of bad debt, maybe because of this one, that one, or he is not paying the amount. So please do not consider this amount as underpayment. So write off the extra amount. If you select write off the extra amount, save and close, then QuickBook here gives you that the write off the extra amount of 1,000 to which account? You have to select your account. Why? Because now it become a kind of expenses for us, right? So for this purpose, you have to select your bad debt account or your expenses account or your loss account. If you have it, it is fine. Otherwise, if you don't have it, you have to create an expenses account by the name of bad debt. By the name of what? By the name of bad debt account, right? Select it. So select the bad debt, then you can, okay. Now, if you come back to Mr. Umair Khan, bill 20, do you have any balance? Yes, no balance, right? Again, for example, select this one, bill 20 through 22,000. If you select, for example, 20,000, right? So again, there are 2 balance. If you go for this option, balance will remain there. Next, you can receive. If you go for the next option, balance will not be, right? Let us do one thing more. How much is the balance? Clear this one. Again, select Mr. Umaid. Bill 31. How much is the balance? Balance is 22. Let us say this time Umaid is paying more than 22,000. And Umaid is paying how much? 25,000. Bill was for 22,000, but Umaid is paying more than that. If he pay more than that, so what will be the amount? So let us this time do these things. Select, let us say for example, let's select this bill first. How much is the amount due from this bill? The amount due from bill 31 is, for example, or leave the 31, for example, bill number 5. Amount due is equal to how much? 9,500 something. Let us say, for example, we have received 10,000 from him, right? Mistakenly, he has sent more than this. His amount is amount of 9,000. He had to send amount of 9,000, or he was supposed to send 9,450, but mistakenly he has sent amount of 10,000 to the business. So when he sent amount of 10,000 to the business, in this case, okay, amount is 10,000, but the bill is this much. How much he has sent? Let us mention he has sent amount of 10,000, right? Okay, it is not specified this amount of bill. See this one now. Okay, he has sent amount of 10,000 to the business, but the amount of bill is equal to how much? 9,450. 9,450 is the amount, but he has paid this much. In this case, we have overpayments. This is called what? Overpayment. The previous option is called underpayment. Now it is called overpayments. So again, we have two options how we can manage the overpayments. Leave the credit to be used later. If you said this credit should be used later on, so this credit of how much? 550 will be available with Mr. Umaid. You can use it in the future. Although it has the available credit of 1,450, but this amount also will be added with this one. Let us do this one, right? Let us say, for example, we want to close this one. Amount should be used for the future. If you again select Mr. Umaid John, now the credit which we have with the Umaid is equal to how much? 12,000. Why? Because it is increased, right? Let us select some other bills. How much is the balance? Balance is 2,000. But let us say this time he has paid amount of 3,000. How much he has paid? 3,000, right? 3,000 paid. Again, we have overpayment of amount of 1,000. So if you say leave this credit to be used for the later, again, it will be added with this one. If you do it again, so save and close, amount will be added with this one. If you come back and select Umaid John, now balance is how much? 13,000, right? Select the bill, this one, 8,000, something like that. Let us say again, we have received 10,000. How much we have received? 10,000. So this is the extra. How much extra? 1,550. The second option is refund the amount to the customers. If this is extra, so you can refund the amount. Either it can be used for the future, or otherwise you can refund the amount to the creditors. This time, let us say we want to refund it. If you want to refund it, for this purpose, you have to issue a check, right? Issue a check for the purpose of repayment. From which bank account you want to issue the check? We want to issue a check from AIB Bank. And this is the amount that you have to repay for the customer, right? You can save and close. So this was for the purpose if you receive less than the balance of the customer or more than the balance of the customer. If you receive less, it is called under the payment. So you can postpone it, otherwise you can write off. If you can receive extra, then you can apply. You can postpone or you can refund the amount of